What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I'm really excited about this one. Since I finally fixed my brake issue, I can finally move on to more mods. I'm going to be installing a Subaru STI lip on the TL. I already have it jacked up, so I have enough space underneath to install the lip. It's basically a front lip slash diffuser, whatever you want to call it, off a 2011 through 14 Subaru STI. This should make it look a little bit more aggressive. So a little disclaimer, I've already tried installing this lip last year. So I bought this lip last year for about 50 bucks, I think. So this is definitely a cheaper option versus Artwork Body Shop. That one runs over $200. So this is a good budget option. That's usually how I roll anyways. I always try to ball on a budget, and this fits the bill. A couple reasons why I'm installing this lip is because the A-Spec kit actually keeps scraping off like the driveway, any little roads or dips. That kind of sucks. You can make the argument of having to drill holes into the A-Spec kit to kind of install the lip, but I'm willing to do that trade. Let me show you the bottom of the A-Spec kit. So there's the fog light in the front of the car, but I want to show you guys underneath because I keep scraping this part up in particular right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah. Every time I go to the driveway, if I don't go at the perfect angle, it will get scraped up right here and on the opposite side over there too. So it's taking some damage. Yeah, you can also see little holes where I tried already installing it. This one right here, one right here, one right here, and a few others going all the way around the A-Spec kit. I have tried to put this lip on last year. It didn't work out because it does require some modification. You do need to bend the lip a little bit so that it can form around like this little curve right here. It didn't work out for me. I didn't have enough time at the time, and I just put it to the side and totally forgot about it. So the best way to install the lip is to actually just use a heat gun and bend around the form of the bumper, the front bumper, or the front lip, whatever you're installing it on. But I'm not going to go that route. I'm just going to go full send and just use a bunch of self-tapping screws. I don't really recommend it, but I might change it up in the future to use like a nut and bolt setup, but we'll see what happens when the time comes. So I have a random assortment of self-tapping screws here. It was used to make that deck right there. It's all left over. These are like way too long for what I need it for. See that? This is it's hard to tell from scale, but this is like a little over 1.5 inches. This one is 2 inches. This one's 2 inches. I would recommend maybe 1 inch so that it's not too long. So it's gonna poke out a lot when I need to screw it in. I do have a drill, that Phillips head, so that's what I'll be using to basically just self-tap the lip to the bumper or the A-Spec kit. So here's how the lip is looking. Don't mind that oil spot. I worked on the wifey's car yesterday. It comes like that because it comes in a rectangular box and they have to bend it to, you know, fit inside that box. You can see right here, I tried to bend it, and it is a little like scuffed up from like being in storage for over a year. And right over here also, but I don't really care about it. It's not the A-Spec kit, so like I said, the best way is to actually use a heat gun. So when you have the lip around here, you do want to bend it so that it forms to this curve right here. I think that's the hardest issue that I remember having. So I think there's two ways that I can do this. Either start from the middle or start from the ends. And I'm not sure how to go about it. I'm not sure what the best way is. But I think I'm going to line it up right in the middle and then go to the ends and then try to get this curve going right here. Like these two right here, which is the hardest part to line up. It's not made for this car, so that's why it needs to basically form it to whatever you're putting it on. So I'm gonna do that, mount it right in the middle, mount it on the sides, try to get this curve going to match as best as possible without a heat gun. So I already have the car jacked up safely on jack stands. As you can see, one right there and one right there. So it should be no problem with getting under the car. I do also have a couple of metal stoppers in the rear, just so that it doesn't roll back. Make sure to stay safe, guys. So this is a little glimpse of what it should look like. As you can see, I have a couple jack stands holding it up, trying to figure out the best way to like line it up. I'm just basically eyeballing it because the two little slots right here that comes with the lip actually does not align perfectly like that. It's a little off center like that. I think it's just how the lip is made, but here's how it's looking. A little glimpse of what it would look like. So you saw me in the time lapse. I did the corners just so I can get the lip on because I had trouble of just like adjusting it. Every time I move this side moves. Every time I move this side, the other side moves. So I think this is the best way, or the best plan of attack. Just basically have a couple screws. Here's how the side is lined up. Basically perfect. It is dragging just because I haven't figured out the best alignment yet. It's basically just one screw. So basically one screw right here. If you can tell from my finger, yep, this is where I put it. It's lining up perfect right here, which is what I wanted. This lip does go up a little bit on the side, so I actually really like that. I don't like anything too aggressive. Coming around the passenger side, same way. I do keep scraping it up, so unfortunately it's gonna be there, but I don't really care too much. Same way, have a screw right under here, going up. It's actually pretty high. I think it's like up to like at least right here. You do get a little glimpse, and it is looking pretty good, but I usually like a more conservative setup, so I'm not going to have it sticking out too much. I'm going to actually tuck it more inside, and I think it will actually help with this curvature, these curvature parts. So yeah, I just rage quit, guys. Like, this is the third time that I'm trying this, and you cannot do it without a heat gun. Let me show you guys where I had the biggest issue, which is, as you can tell, right here. I did point it out, and it is the hardest area to get like aligned, basically, because it comes off like this fine, but then the lip is straight, so you do have to form it a certain way, and when you do, it kind of makes like a bubble, and I just don't like it. So I am officially scrapping it. But you know what, we have a Subaru right there. I just test fitted it real quick. I'm gonna put it on the Outback. You guys see how this is formed, right? And it cuts in straight and then cuts down again, and then it goes over. Let's check out the Subaru bumper. Look at that bumper, just a straight line right here. Look at that. That's gonna be perfect. So my advice, Subaru lips belong on Subaru cars. You can make it work. It has been done to fit on a TL, but you know what? I can already tell it's looking perfect. So you know what? I'm gonna just put it on the Outback. Let's go. Alright, let's take a quick look at this. Look how good it would fit. You cannot tell me that does not look like it fits, right? So we're gonna go full send on this. You guys ready? Let's go. Seriously, look at that, guys. Look how good it fits. I know the little, you know, like gaps, but I can easily fix that with extra screws, and it just needs to be trimmed off just a little bit right here. And then that's pretty much it. So, alright. I'm gonna just throw it on the Outback just because it is a Subaru lip on a Subaru, so that makes sense. Let's finish it up. What do you guys think? Look at this. It actually fits better than the TL. Obviously, you know, it's not 100% because it's not made for this car. But the general shape does fit. I kept this piece right here just to show you guys. I had to trim out a little bit. So, see this little covering? Now it's not there anymore. We just get this little sharp edge right here. But it's not too bad. Sticks out just a little bit and then tucks in right here. TL would have the same issue anyways. Look at that. It's a Subaru lip that fits on a Subaru. And I messed up a little here too. There's a little small, like probably 1 or 2 millimeter gap, and we had to cut this off too. But overall, this installation process took about 15 minutes versus me about 2 hours trying to get it to fit the TL. I really hope I'm the first Outback owner to do this mod, but I'm probably not. So STI lips do generally fit a lot of cars. If I wanted to make this more permanent, I would actually add more screws, but not actually screws. I would actually do nuts and bolts. But this will do for now so that I can just easily remove it if I had to, you know, take it to a shop or anything. So it is kind of a bummer that I wasn't able to make the lip fit my TL, but that's on me. If I had more time and patience to line it up correctly with the heat gun, I would probably actually be really satisfied with that. I already know going in there it wasn't up to my standards. I just want to give it one last go before I put the lip on another car. So lesson learned, if you have high standards, if you want something to fit 100%, most likely just go OEM. Get anything that is made for your car, not mix and match parts and hope for the best, because it usually doesn't turn out well. If you guys are interested in putting that WRX STI 11 to 2014 lip, I'm going to leave a link down below to a thread on AcuraZine.com. A few people have done it successfully and it looks pretty dope, and I know one member on the forum that did it and pulled it off really well. I'll show a picture of it right now. Doesn't that look sick, guys? When I saw that picture, I was like, yo, I gotta do it. But he did say that, you know, it took a lot of work, it took a lot of heat gun and forming. That about wraps it up, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.